Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are here on a Monday night. A new league to be broadcasting here on True Sim Production. It's the Top Hat Comics Super Late Model Series, brought to you by Crooked Line Short Track Oval Racing, Tanner Mars League from Blazing Pedals. So we came in the last minute to do this for these guys, and we're going to be taking over for the remainder of the season. So we're excited to be doing that. We're actually going to bring Tanner up here in a minute or so, but I'm going solo dolo tonight on the channel. We got 19 drivers out here for Nashville. Going to be taking on this half-mile speedway. Temperature here in Nashville is 87 degrees Fahrenheit. Right now, interesting times being put up on the board. Got Chris Carroll at the top of the board in the number 99 with Jeff Clifton sitting in second in practice right now. But as I said, I want to go ahead and bring up the man, the myth, the legend, Tanner Marr. He drives the number 4, I believe, in this league. Correct, Tanner?
I do indeed.
All right, man. Well, hey, we're here tonight. We're starting a new thing, I guess. True Sim Productions is taking over this league, so just tell us a little bit about it and how this all got started.
All right, well, I'm going to fair warn you, I was getting complaints about my mic, so I hope it don't start going crazy. If it does, just cut me off. iRacing, we started out as a Wednesday night short track series. I joined in 2 weeks after they got started, so I was one of the first people in here. First race I ever did with them, we had 6 people. Lo and behold, I took over about 2 years ago, and we just keep building. And now, True Sim Productions, y'all get brought on into the fold. So now, here on True Sims, we have Super Lates on Monday nights. Tour mods are coming on Tuesday nights. The Retro Cup Series is coming on Wednesday nights. Something's in the works. Going to get a little dirty on Thursday, maybe. Saturday nights, Street Socks. And then, of course, we're going to cap that off each and every week with Blazing Pedals. But here at Crooked Line, Sam, we focus mainly on short tracks. We're at the Fairgrounds tonight. One of the bigger tracks we'll go to all season long. Going to be a lot of beating and banging. It's going to be something completely different than BPL, that's for sure.
Well, I tell you what, man, we're excited to be doing this here tonight. I know it was a last-minute thing, so we're going to give it our best shot, and I hope you guys put on a great show. I'll go ahead and let you get back down with your teammates, and we'll talk to you a little bit later.
All right, buddy, thank you.
And that was driver the number 4, Tanner Marr. Pretty much runs the whole show out here, doing a great job. Big shout out to him for bringing us on board here tonight. As always, you know he broadcasts the Saturday Night League for the Street Stocks here with Crooked Line, so be sure to check that out. As he also said, Tuesday night, Tour Modifieds. So I will be doing that tomorrow night as well. Same time, 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Be there. As these drivers are wrapping up practice, we got about 5 minutes left here. We're going to be doing 125 laps tonight. As I said, I believe they only got 1 set of tires. They also got 1 fast repair this evening. But with all that being said, I'd like to go ahead and start pre-race ceremonies. So if you could, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for tonight's national anthem, done by Joshua Rutherford. All right, thank you very much, Joshua Rutherford. As always, ladies and gentlemen, if you could, please go check out Mullet Music Productions on YouTube. That's Josh's channel. You can check out all of his other stuff and his songs and everything he's doing, cover videos. Give him a subscribe, like a couple of his videos. He's a great artist. Only a few minutes left here in practice. The timing charts really haven't changed a whole lot. Chris Carroll's still up at the top right now in that number 99. And Jeff Clifton sitting in second. They got Brad Carpenter in at number 31. He's sitting on pit road right now, but he is sitting third on the charts. Looks like he's going to come out and maybe set a couple more laps here in the final minutes of practice. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in this evening. I know it's short notice, but we had to get these guys a broadcast put out tonight, so we are here. We're going to give them one heck of a show, and I'm sure they're going to give us one heck of a show. Always great to watch a super late model race, especially here at Nashville. Also, drivers, if you are watching the broadcast later, please keep in mind I am going to try some of your last names. If I butcher them, feel free to send me a message in Discord with the correct pronunciation, and next week I'll have it correct for you. But we'll give it a shot. If I'm close, let me know I'm close. If I'm way off, just tell me I'm way off. So we're going to try it here because the number 4 here of Andrew, I'm going to say it's Bogues is how I would pronounce it. If anybody else knows in chat, you can correct me as well. I can see chat. Brian Zimmerman's sitting out there. He's running out the top 5 in practice right now. We got about a minute left in in practice. Not in qualifying yet. Short track race, and they're only going to have 5 minutes to qualify here tonight to set 2 laps. Was listening to the drivers' meeting a little bit earlier, and Tanner was mentioning, Chris Carroll was mentioning that on older tires, restarts, wheel spin is going to be a factor, so we'll have to keep an eye out on that. Also, I want to point out, this league does run a choose cone. We have a camera set up for that choose cone. When the drivers come to take one to green, they're going to cross the start-finish line, and then they're going to choose what lane they want, inside or outside. There's our choose cone camera. As practice is now wrapping up, it's time for these drivers to pull them belts tight and go down and set a heater of a lap. See if they can't put it on the pole here tonight. Like I said, 125 lap. It's the Nashville 125 here for the Top Hat Comics Super Late Model Series. Looks like we got a couple of drivers heading out on track right now. We got the 71 of Andrew Bogues. He's coming around to take the green flag for his qualifying run down the front straightaway, going down into turns 1 and 2. Gonna run a middle line there, trying to keep it about a car width up off the yellow line, down the back straightaway. Into turns 3 and 4, same kind of line, gonna kind of run the middle. Coming off of turn number 4, he's gonna set his first lap here, see what he runs. It's going to be a 17.95 for the 71 of Andrew Bogues for his first lap. Going down into turn 3 and 4 here to finish his second lap. Let's see if he can maintain that. Doesn't look like he was able to improve. A little bit slower on his second lap, but manages to take second position right now. Got Tanner Marr out on track right now. Coming to complete his qualifying run. Looks like Tanner Marr is going to be good enough for 7th position right now. See if he improves. Tanner Marr jumps to 3rd quickest on the board with an 18.06. An 18.06 for the number 4 of Tanner Marr. Jason Raymond in that number 44 is coming out of turn number 4 across the line. Good enough for 6th quickest with an 18.13. I see a lot of 18.13s out there tonight. These drivers are very tight with time here tonight. Should make for an interesting race. I'm wondering if it's going to make it difficult to pass. Looks like we got the number 38 of Garrett Crow out on track. Going into turns 3 and 4. Coming out of turn number 4 across the line. Looks like he wasn't able to improve a whole lot. He's going to run an 18.29 and 18.29 for the 38 of Garrett Crow. We got the number 35 of Bradley Yo out on track. Into turns 3 and 4. He's going to finish his qualifying run here. Out of turn number 4 across the line. Oh, big sideways. He's going to nose it into the fence. Going to have to bring out the backup car, it looks like, for the number 35. As it sits right now, Chris Carroll, top of the board with a 17.90. And the number 71 right behind him with a 17.95. That's your top row right now. It looks like everybody who wanted to take a qualifying time has. As I said that, we got the number 15 of Brandon Metler having some issues, it looks like, on his qualifying run. So he'll reset and probably try and take this second lap of his and see if he can't set down a heater with one go at it. Again, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out USAFirearms.com, ButtKicker.com, Top Hat Comics, all the major sponsors for the Crooked Line Short Track Racing League. And be sure to check us out every Monday night here for the Super Late Model Series, 8:45 p.m., and also Tuesday nights for the Tour Modifieds. As we got about a minute left here in qualifying. Everybody who has taken a time that has wanted to has. Right now it's Chris Carroll and number 99, number 71 of Andrew Bogues, and number 4 of Tanner March, your top 3. Number 40 of Justin Rideout sitting in 4th, and Scotty Stevens in that number 2 machine, he's sitting in 5th right now as it stands. So that's your top 5. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching out in chat, go ahead and put your picks in the chat tonight. I am actually so new to this league, I have to go out on a limb on somebody, and I like that number 31 of Brad Carpenter. I'm going to have to take him tonight. We're going to see how that number 31 handles. He's going to be starting in 7th, it looks like. Something we always like to do here on True Sim Productions. We got to go through that starting lineup tonight. Chris Carroll in the number 99, he's going to be starting on pole position with Andrew Bogues in the number 71 to his outside. Tanner Marr is going to be starting in 3rd with Justin Rideout starting in 4th. Scotty Stevens will be starting in 5th position with Larry Bell in the number 43 to his outside. Brad Carpenter, my pick tonight, number 31, he's going to be starting in 7th. Bradley Go is going to be starting his outside in that number 35. Jason Raymond's going to be starting in 9th in the number 44. With Kyle, I'm going to try this one, Odanik in the number 21. Jeff Clifton's going to be starting P11 in the number 5 with Mark Fuqua. I hope I'm getting that right, in the number 6. Levi Allen's going to be starting in P13 in the number 97 with Garrett Crow in the number 38 to his outside. Guy Barrett in the 02 is going to be starting in 15th with Jeffrey Miller in the 79 starting in 16th. Brian Zimmerman in the number 28 is going to be starting P17 with Brandon Metler in the number 15 starting in 18th. Brad Lawson's going to be starting in 19th with Chris Clark in the number 91 to his outside. And Avil Watkins. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. That's a good one. Good first name. 0-1. He's going to be starting in 21st position tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, that's your starting lineup for the Nashville 125. I'm excited to get this underway. We got a sellout crowd here in Nashville. These drivers are itching to get going. It's short track racing here on a Monday night. I hope everybody's excited as I am. As the grid rolls off. So to my understanding, this league is going to be starting on the green flag for the first start. Every restart after that, it will be on the leader. So we're going to be looking for that green flag to fly here. Going to be 1 to green from the flagman this time by. You hear the engines roaring, they're revving, they're itching, they're ready to go here in Nashville. See a couple drivers swerving, cleaning off them tires, getting ready to go here tonight for 125 laps. The field is in the hands of the flagman. Chris Carroll and Andrew Bogues, your front row. Green flag is in the air here in Nashville. Going down into turns 1 and 2. It looks like Chris Carroll got a pretty good start, but that inside lane is going to be a little slow coming out of turn number 2 as Andrew fights hard back on the outside. Tanner Marr is going to slot back into 3rd position. He's going to have a heck of a run through the center of the corner. He's looking to the inside of the 71. Slotting back into 4th position is Scotty Stevens in that number 2 machine. Everybody's starting to single file out right now as Justin Rideout slots back into 4th, and it looks like we actually have a caution flag out on the speedway. We're going to have to see what happens here. Oh, looks like the number 5 was involved there. Number 5 of Jeff Clifton involved in this one. Coming out of turn number 4. Oh, yeah, it looks like he made a little bit of contact there. Sent him down to the inside retaining wall. Didn't look like he took a lot of damage. So hopefully he'll be able to get down pit road, get that thing fixed, and get back out here. Still a long way to go. We're only lap 3 of 125 under the first caution of the evening. Chris Carroll maintains the race lead. Right as everybody started trying to single file out there, a little bit of contact. We know these cars get really loose when they unload off the corner, coming out of 2 and coming out of 4. And just that slight bit of contact was enough to send the number 5 around down to the inside retaining wall. Looks like he managed to get the fenders banged back out on that number 5. Looks good. Hopefully no engine damage, nothing like that. And we have to see him back up the front of the field. I hope everybody is having a fantastic Monday evening. Especially when you got short track racing on a Monday night, what could be better? The only question I have is with the choose cone, I'm not sure if with these quick cautions, like if they have one within a couple of laps, if they start single file or if they actually do a choose. We're going to find out here. It looks like a bunch of drivers making their decisions here, so we're 1 to green. Looks like it was pretty spread even. Chris Carroll electing to take that top side. I think that was a good decision. We saw him on the very initial start almost lose that lead on the inside lane. So we're going to see if this outside lane is better for the restarts. Tanner Marr chose to stay in that third position on the inside lane. And it is in the hands, I believe, of Chris Carroll. If not, it is in the hands of the 71. So I'm sorry. Yep, in the hands of the 71. Green flag back out in the air. Down into turns 1 and 2. The 71's going to clear the 99. He's going to take over the race lead. Tanner Marr's fighting for third position here with Scotty Stevens. And down into turns 3 and 4. A battle back here going on for fifth as Jason Raymond looks to the inside of the number 40 of Justin Rideout. Down into turns 1 and 2. Raymond's going to go to the bottom side of the racetrack. And then you got the number 40 fighting hard on the outside. A little bit of contact there coming off turn number 2. Still side by side. Oh, the number 40 actually goes up into the wall. A little bit of right front damage to that number 40. He's going to lose 2 spots in the process. Allowed the number 31 of Brad Carpenter to get around him. Back up to the front of the field. Chris Carroll maintains the race lead, but Tanner Marr manages to get around the number 71. Looks like the 71 having some issues. He's starting to fall back a little bit. So 71, I don't know if he's dropping back. He might have a problem going on here, but he is off the pace here at Nashville. Chris Carroll still maintains the race lead. Tanner Marr is trying to run him down. Both of them running a pretty much identical line to the center of 1 and 2 there. Scotty Stevens trying to run both of them down with Jason Raymond holding on to 4th position. Brad Carpenter takes over the 5th spot with Bradley Yo in the number 35 right behind him sitting in 6th. Kyle O'Danick in the number 21. He's sitting in 7th. Everybody pretty much single filed out right now. The number 43 of Larry Bell holding on to 8th position with Levi Allen right on his back bumper trying to make different of that. Guy Barrett rounds out the top 10 in the 0-2. And Mark Fuqua in the number 6. Sitting in P11 right now. Justin Rideout with that right front damage. It looks like he's struggling a little bit. He's falling back to P12. Not sure if maybe he broke a toe link or something on that car because he is struggling right now. Number 15 of Brandon Metler is sitting in P13 with Garrett Crow sitting in P14. Brad Lawson, we actually recognize that name from Sunday nights. We know he races in BPL. He's out here running with these guys. He's sitting in P15. Jeff Clifton was involved in that first caution. He has found his way back up into P15 right now as he gets around Brad Lawson, number 63. So Jeff Clifton trying to make a comeback right now. Jeffrey Miller in that number 79. He's sitting in P17, but he's got the 71 of Andrew Bogues looking to his outside. Not able to make the pass just yet, but he's going to have a good run here coming off turn number 4. He's able to clear him going into turns 3 and 4. Let's go back up to the front of the field. Chris Carroll has about a 3/10, 4/10 lead over the number 4 of Tanner Marr. Tanner Marr is running a good line, though, down into turn 3 and 4. There he goes. Going to kind of diamond that corner a little bit, let the car float up to the center of the corner, cut it back down as we are under caution flag once again. We have to see who was involved in this wreck right here. It's like maybe Brad Lawson might have been involved. Oh, no, it was the number 6. Number 6 having some issues. See if we can see what happened to him. And bear with me, please, ladies and gentlemen. I have to find the cautions on my own, so it might take just a second, but that's okay. Not a problem. We're going to go on a far chase cameras here. Looks like he got tight coming off of turn number 2. Wall rode it a little bit and sent it down to the inside retaining wall. Hard, heavy nose damage right there. And that was enough to bring out the yellow flag. Luckily, he was able to just bring it on down pit road and have that pit crew start working on that number 6 machine. Try and get them back out in this thing. Still a long way to go. Hope to see that 6 back out on the track. I tell you what, let's talk to somebody, because we got a little bit of time right here. Let's see, who do we want to talk to real quick? Yeah, he's made a few passes. He's made his way up. Let's go ahead and talk to Jason Raymond, driver of the number 44. It's Sam in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Hey, man, we're under caution here for the second time. We're only 20 laps in. I just want to see, hey, how's the car feeling? You've made your way up into third position. So I want to see how's your race going. How's that car feeling tonight?
Right now, it's actually feeling pretty good. I know it's probably going to build pretty tight as we go on, so I'm trying to, keep with the top two, but also try to save some tire. I just saw my teammate hit the fence pretty hard, so that's something to already watch out for.
All right, man. Well, it looks like you're going back to green flag. We'll get you back down there. Thanks for talking with us. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
That was driver the number 44, Jason Raymond. Looks like we had a little bit of a quickie yellow there. Glad we got to get a word in with him. You heard him, ladies and gentlemen. Car's going to be pushing tight just a little bit. Chris Carroll is your race leader, choosing that outside lane, though. Fires off. Chris Carroll. Green flag is in the air. He got a really good jump there. Tanner Marr was kind of sleeping a little bit as Chris Carroll's already out to a 4/10 gap over the number 4. Jason Raymond is managing to hold on to that third position. And look at that, my pick right now, Brad Carpenter. He's sitting in 4th position. Larry Bell having a great run right now. He's sitting in 5th, and that number 43. Levi Allen's also having a good run this evening. Sitting in 6th place right now. Still a long way to go, though, ladies and gentlemen. We got over 100 laps to go yet in this thing. These guys are going to get single filed out and try and pick them off one at a time. Back up to the front, Chris Carroll's pretty much led almost every lap except for a couple. Running a great line there through 1 and 2. Let's go check out a little bit further back in the field. We're looking at the number 38 of Garrett Crow. Running a really high line there under pressure from the 28 of Brian Zimmerman. And Brad Lawson looking as well. Great looking paint scheme on that number 38. He's got the pink flames. I think I know somebody who might like that paint scheme. Checking out Brad Lawson right now. He's under fire from Scotty Stevens. Scotty's going to get around him pretty easily. Brad's just going to slot back in line, but don't look now. Number 21 trying to take a peek. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Had to fix something real quick. My timing and scoring was going a little wild. We're back to the action, though. Right here is the number 71's looking to the outside, and the number 28 of Brian Zimmerman. Down the front straightaway, they are side by side. We're going to go back, peek up at the front of the field here. 99 still your race leader. Tanner Marr running in 2nd. Jason Raymond holding on to that 3rd position, but trying to get to the back bumper of that number 4. Brad Carpenter kind of riding right now, sitting in 4th position. Still running a pretty good line there through turns 1 and 2 as we're back under yellow flag. Have to see what happened here. Oh, yeah, the 28 and the 40 getting involved right there. Coming off turn number 4. Looks like 28 might have came up into the 40 there, just thinking he was going to go all the way to the wall, and looks like the 40 might have pushed a little bit tight, though, and tried to keep it off the wall, but only those drivers know what happened inside their race car. Unfortunate for both drivers, though. The 40 already having a pretty tough night so far. He's put it in the outside wall a couple of times. Now he's got some left front damage. But with this caution, maybe he'll be able to get in the pits, get that thing fixed, and get back up to the front of the field. Speaking of back up at the front of the field, Chris Carroll still your race leader. We got 31 laps in the books on lap 32 of 125. While we're under a caution, let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
And we are back live. Like I said, just a real quick commercial break. I'm not sure if we're going to go 1 to green here. And I want to make sure that we can see the choose cone going on. As it looks like, no, we're still probably 2 to green right here. So, all right, not a big deal. Tell you what, we got a lot of great looking paint schemes out there, and a couple that I see that I personally know is at least from MF Racing Designs. So go check out MF Racing Designs on Facebook. Michael Falk is the man's name. He will give you a great paint. Tell him True Sim Productions sent you. Tell him Crooked Line sent you. Whatever you got to do, let him know where you heard it from. Still not 1 to green here, it looks like. Actually, yes, it is. And I believe we are 1 to green. Looks like choose cone was in effect right there. I apologize, everybody. By myself, it's hard to tell when they're going 1 to green. Chris Carroll elected to take that outside lane once again. Tanner Marr says, I'm going to take the inside. Maybe Tanner's going to try a shot here to take over that race lead, get out into some clean air, and go lead some laps. Field in the hands of Chris Carroll. When will he fire off? Right now. Green flag back out in the air here in Nashville. Going down into turns 1 and 2. Chris did get one heck of a jump right there. Tanner Marr trying to do everything he can to get back up to him, but under fire right now from the 44 Jason Raymond. Everybody single files out rather quickly. As we got a battle right here for 10th and oh, a little bit of contact there between the 35 and the number 5. Oh, big contact. That's a big wreck right there. The 71 on his roof. We caught that live. Hold on. Back up for just 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. We saw the contact. We got to see that contact again between the 15, right? We got the 15 and the 35. Center your screen. Side by side. They go down. It looks like maybe a little contact there. Sends the 15 up about a groove. 71's to his inside. Then it looks like the same kind of contact between the 02 and the 71 and the 15 just with nowhere to go. Sends him into the outside retaining wall. And the 71 goes for a ride. So, an unfortunate night. Started in second place, now in the pits with a flipped race car. That being said, with them under caution, we'll go ahead and take another real quick commercial break. Stick around.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them for abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
All right, we're back live, ladies and gentlemen. Still under yellow flag conditions right now on the racetrack. Looking like we're going choose cone. 3 cars to the top side, 3 cars to the bottom side so far. Looks like 2 more going top. Chris Carroll again taking that outside lane. Tanner Marr again going back down to the bottom side. Looks like Brad Carpenter, my pick, sitting in 4th. He chose the inside lane this time, so he's going to be starting technically in 3rd. It's in the hands of Chris Carroll right now. Green flag back out in the air here in Nashville. And Chris Carroll, I mean, every restart has just gotten a great jump on the field. We're going to take a look at the center of the field right now. Everybody pretty much side by side. Oh, look at that. The number 5 of Jeff Clifton. He's made his way back up inside the top 10. He's side by side with the number 97. They're going to clear each other going down the front straightaway. But the 97 is on the outside now. The 5 looking to the inside, going down the backstretch. They're going down into turns 3 and 4. 97 goes way up the racetrack. Jeff is trying his best to clear him off of 4, but cannot make it happen. Still side by side going through turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. The 97 just keeps getting a great run on that top side, and the number 5 just can't seem to get the power down off the exit of the corner. Great battle here, though, and this is a battle for the 5th position between these guys. This is allowing that number 02 of Guy Barrett. He says he wants to get in the picture here. We got a 3-car battle here for 5th place. Your top 4 has single filed out. Chris Carroll about a 4/10 lead right now over 2nd place Tanner Marr. Jason Raymond is holding on to that 3rd place position, with Brad Carpenter in the number 31 sitting in 4th. Jeff Clifton managed to get around the number 97. Now he maintains a 5th position with Levi Allen in that 97 sitting in 6th. 02 of Guy Barrett, he's running in 7th, having a good night as we got a caution flag back out on the speedway. We got to see what happened there. Not sure exactly what happened here. Let's see what we got here. Not sure who was involved with that one. Let's see if we can rewind it here. We'll find it live, ladies and gentlemen. We'll find it live. There it is. We got it. I told you we'd find it. Oh wow, what happened there? We got to get a better camera angle on that. Number 40 and the number 35 making contact here, going down into turns 1 and 2. Oh, look at that. The 40, you saw it. The rear end came out just a little bit. It looked like he tried to catch it and overcorrected maybe a little bit, chased it up the racetrack, gets into the left rear. That number 35, they both go around. So problems there. So we got some pit stops going on. A few drivers in the pits. Looks like Tanner Marr elected to come down pit road. That's an interesting strategy call. He told us earlier the fuel run was about 75 to 85 laps, so maybe he went and topped off that fuel tank and he can make it the rest of the way. Figure we got about 75 laps, it looks like, left in this race, so still a long way to go, but not too long. It's going to fly by for these drivers. But Chris Carroll, he decided to keep that 99 out on the racetrack, but it also gave the 2nd position to Levi Allen in that number 97. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for tuning in on a Monday night. We greatly appreciate it here at True Sim Productions. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video. Helps us out a ton, helps this league out a ton, and these drivers surely do appreciate it. I appreciate it as well. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, if you're out in chat, go ahead and please tell me your picks for this evening. Shout out a car number, shout out a name. I tell you what, let's see what we got here. There he is, okay. Let's see what happens here. Yep, choose cone's going. So seeing what these drivers do. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I had a solid choose cone up. Choose cone camera up. It just switches back and forth. That's what I wanted it to be, right there. Because you can see it plain as day where everybody's going. But it switches back to the other one. So we'll get that fixed up for next week. Don't you worry. I want to make sure that you guys get the best broadcast you can get here on True Sim Productions. But we are 1 to green. Field once again in the hands of Chris Carroll. And he is firing off in the center of the corner. Green flag is back out in the air. Actually, not that great of a jump that time. He did manage to maintain the lead, but didn't get a big of a jump as he did last time. That number 97 is going to prevail coming off the corner. He's going to hold on to second place going down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Scotty Stevens in that number 2 machine. He's holding on to 4th position right now. And somebody we talked about a little bit earlier, that number 63 of Brad Lawson, has found his way up inside the top 5. 1 into the outside retaining wall. It's the number 43 of Larry Bell. A little scrape down the back straightaway. It allowed Scotty Stevens to get to his inside and take over that 3rd position. Brad Lawson now trying to make something happen as well. Looking to the inside of that number 43. Can't make it happen. 21 all over the back bumper of that 63, trying to cut it down low on the racetrack here. Gonna run off the corner, trying to get a run down the back, or down the front straightaway. Just can't seem to get his nose there. Move back a little bit further to number 5 of Jeff Clifton. We saw him earlier. He was involved in that first accident. Managed to get that car fixed, and he is sitting inside the top 10 right now. So trying to do a really good job of making his way back up through the field patiently. Still plenty of time to go. He knows that as he's working on the back bumper of the damaged race car of Brandon Mettler. Trying to take over that 8th position. Jason Raymond came down pit road along with Tanner Marr. He's looking to the inside of that 35 of Bradley Yoe. Gonna make quick work of that number 35. Bumps Jason Raymond back up inside the top 10. Go back and look at Tanner Marr. He's under fire a little bit, actually getting around that number 79, but he is under fire from the 02 of Guy Barrett right now. Tanner Marr was also one of those drivers to pit on lap 49. Back up to the front of the field, Chris Carroll has about a half a second lead over second place Levi Allen right now, as Scotty Stevens trying to make a pass here coming out of turn number 2. Can't get there. Looking to the inside, going down into turns 3 and 4. We knew it was going to be difficult to pass here with everybody running that middle lane. Everybody's carrying a lot of momentum going through these corners. Might have to see somebody use the bumper here maybe to get a win tonight. Oh, the number 97 into the outside retaining wall. That's going to allow the number 2 to capitalize on that mistake. Gets to the inside coming out of turn number 4. Going down the front straightaway where they are side by side, and Scotty Stevens takes over second place. Number 43 smacks the wall a little bit, again going down the back straightaway. No harm, no foul, keeps that race car straight. Brad Lawson, he's out there still sitting in 5th, under fire from that number 21, but maintaining the top 5. Oh, looks like the 02 right there. He got real loose coming off of turn number 2. Remember, as I said, that suspension's going to unload when they come off the corners. and it's going to make that car really, really loose, as we saw right there with the 0-2. Great save, though. Keeps that car straight and keeps going. Looking at the leader, Chris Carroll, right now, the gap's still holding it about a half a second. He's not really gaining, he's not really losing, just kind of running laps, maintaining that race lead. We're going to go back a little bit further and take a look at that number 5 once again of Jeff Clifton, sitting in 8th position right now, riding on board with him. Let's go ahead and take a lap around with Jeff Clifton. Go on board. You hear him lifting kind of early there on entry and rolling real slowly back into the throttle as to not upset the back end of that race car. But that was a few laps actually around here at Nashville with the number 5, Jeff Clifton. Let's go ahead and go through the field while everybody's pretty much single filed out right now. We got Chris Carroll, that number 99. He's your race leader right now. Scotty Stevens in that number 2. He's sitting in 2nd. Levi Allen in that number 97. He's running P3 right now. And you got Larry Bell in that number 43. Hit the wall a couple of times, but still holding on to the 4th position. Jason Raymond, we saw him pit at lap 49. Has made his way back up into the top 5. Got around Brad Lawson, who is now sitting in 6th. And we were just riding on board with them as we got a yellow flag out on the speedway. So let's see what we got going on here. Oh, it looks like the 71 evolved again. 71 having some major issues this evening, ladies and gentlemen. That race car is just not driving to his liking. Go down into the corner here. He's pushing really, really tight. Comes off the corner and smacks the outside retaining wall. He's going to wall ride it down the back straightaway and nose it into the inside retaining wall. It's going to bring out the caution here this evening once again. So I would think that we're going to start seeing people come down pit road as I say that. Chris Carroll bringing it down pit side. So who is going to stay out on track? That's going to give Chris Carroll some fresher tires, but he's now going to have to work his way past a bunch of cars. Because that handed the lead back over, or I'm sorry, over to Scotty Stevens. So Scotty Stevens leading his first laps of the race tonight. And that number 2 butt kicker looks like Ford Mustang. All right, now that we got some time here, I do want to talk to this number 5. I want to bring him up here. We found him, so couldn't talk to him last, but make sure I got the right person here. Jeff Clifton, driver of the number 5 at Sam in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I do. How are you, dude?
Hey, good, man. Hey, you know, we saw you involved in that first caution, got a little contact there, nose the inside wall, but we see you made your way back up inside the top 10. Wanted to talk to you. How's the car feeling after that little bit of contact with the wall, and do you think you got something for these guys tonight?
No, the car feels fine. I had to take a fast repair there, but I have speed here. It's just this track is a tricky track to pass at, so you really gotta wait and just pick your battles and just try to be patient and wait for people to make mistakes, because if you try to push the issue here at this track, more likely than not you're going to end up in another caution. So I'm just biding my time, hoping these fresh tires I have will help me maybe get a top 5.
Well, all right, man. Hey, it sounds like you feel pretty confident about that race car, so we're going to keep an eye on you the rest of the night. Good luck to you. I'll put you back down with your team.
Thanks, bud.
And that was driver of the number 5, Jeff Clifton. You heard him, ladies and gentlemen. He's got that car fixed up. He's ready to go. He's going to try. He's shooting for a top 5. So maybe not too comfortable with that race car, but comfortable enough he feels he's going to get a top 5. But anything could happen. Anything could happen. Still got a little bit of ways to go. Yeah, we're on lap 78 of 125 here at Nashville. Choose cone has been in effect, as you see everybody picking their lane right now. We're 1 to green. Field is going to be in the hands of the number 2 of Scotty Stevens. 2 by 2 once again. Jason Raymond is going to be starting P2 with Brian Zimmerman. Got that little bit of left front damage. We're going to see how that affects him up here. Scotty Stevens is going to wait. Green flag back out in the air. He got a great restart there. He's going to go down into turns 1 and 2 and clear Jason Raymond. But look at that. We got Jason Raymond in second and Tanner Marr making his way back up into third. But don't look now. The number 99 of Chris Carroll's trying to make quick work of that number 28 machine as we have another yellow. Looks like the number 01 might have been involved with this one. We're going to back it up here a little bit. So they go down into turn 1 here. Gets on the apron a little bit. Oh, no, it wasn't him. It was the 15. Okay. So my timing and scoring be lying to me a little bit. That's okay. We're going to rewind that and get a replay on the number 15, see what happens to him. Just gets big sideways. Again, we were talking about that suspension unloading on somebody, and it sure is, it got the 15. Noses it into the inside retaining wall, and big front end damage for that number 15. So bad luck still happening for Brandon Metler. And the thing is I'm wondering if this choose cone is helping people like Chris Carroll, Jason Raymond, Jeff Clifton, guys who are trying to make their way back up through the field right now. But real quick, ladies and gentlemen, while we are under caution once again, we're going to go ahead and take another real quick commercial break. You stick around.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back live because these drivers are choosing. So it's 1 to green here at Nashville once again. Scotty Stevens still your race leader. He's chosen the top side once again here. That top side has been prevailing. Or I'm sorry, did they not choose yet? It looked like they were choosing. Oh no, that's a single file restart. Okay. So single file restart, ladies and gentlemen, in the hands still of Scotty Stevens in the number 2. Keeping the field nice and high off the turn number 4. Green flag back out in the air. That allows Scotty to get a really good jump on Jason Raymond. Really hard to determine when the car in front of you is going to go on those single file restarts. Hard to see 6 cars in front of you, of course, when that leader is going to go. But still, Jason Raymond actually is starting to run down the leader right now as it's about a 2/10 gap. They started single file and everybody's pretty much staying single file. We talked to Jeff Clifton moments ago and we heard how hard it is to pass here. We assumed that at the beginning of the race. He confirmed it. So everybody's just trying to be real patient, trying to make their move. Jason Raymond has knocked that lead down to about a 10th. He is on the back bumper of Scotty Stevens. What's he going to do here to try and get around him? Battle for the race lead going on right here down the front straightaway. Jason Raymond down into turns 1 and 2, going to run a little bit different of a line here, trying to get a run off of turn 2, make a run down the back straightaway. Caution flag back out on the speedway, ladies and gentlemen. Caution flag. Looks like the number 6 might have been involved with this one. We'll see if my timing and scoring lied to me this time. Oh, no. Oh, wow. Okay, well, he was still involved with it. But we got to check out the number 02 of Guy Barrett. Having some pretty major issues there, it looked like. We're going to have to rewind that a little bit and see what happens. Oh, okay. So we're going to slow it down. You see it here on the far chase. Jeff Clifton gets the apron just a little bit. Pushes up the racetrack and gets into the left rear of the 02. Oh, man, and he almost had it saved until they made contact once again on that front end. Just brings it back down the racetrack, gets hit once again. That's going to pretty much kill the 6, it looks like, with a lot of front-end damage. Unfortunate tonight. Jason Raymond wasn't able to get around the leader, so Scotty Stevens still your race leader on lap 90 of 125. This race is almost in the books, ladies and gentlemen. Still a long way to go, though, and anything can happen. Go ahead, if you would like, everybody, please go check out Crooked Line Racing on Facebook. Check out their Facebook page if you want to race with these guys. Check them out. Give them a message. I'm sure they'll be happy to get you in the league here and get you racing on a Monday night or a Tuesday night. Maybe your thing's a Wednesday night. Perhaps it's Saturdays. They pretty much got something going on almost every day of the week. Multiple cars. We're going to be broadcasting them live here on Mondays and Tuesdays. Tanner handles Wednesdays and Saturdays. And from what I'm hearing, there's something else in the works, so clear your schedules for Thursday evenings, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to give too much information away. Nothing set in stone. But Thursday evenings, things are going to start looking a little dirty. As Tanner so kindly put it in Discord. So that was another quick yellow. I'm wondering if the field is going to be starting single file here this evening. Once again, it will be in the hands of Scotty Stevens. But no, we're going to the choose cone. Okay. There's the choose right there. Raymond going back down to the bottom side. Chris Carroll's going to be right on the back bumper. So if you don't watch Saturday nights, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to go check out the live stream from North Wilkesboro, because that 44 and that number 99 have a little bit of history. And now we got them starting nose to tail here on the inside row. Scotty Stevens has to feel. Oh, big checkup. Big checkup. That has to delay the start. No, they go back green flag racing. Big checkup, and it causes Chris Carroll to get turned. No caution. We stay green flag. Big problems for the number 99 of Chris Carroll. As the yellow flag is now on track. We got action going on all over the place. So the first thing I need to look at, we need to go to Chris Carroll. We need to go to Chris Carroll. We need to back this up. We need to see exactly what happened. So we're on the restart here. We'll go to this camera here. It's a pretty good view. Actually, no, I don't like that. We're gonna go to chopper cam. We'll slow it down here a little bit. Actually, no, we'll go full speed. Full speed for this one. Ah, there it is. Okay. Okay, so it looks like Chris tries to anticipate this restart. He jumps a little bit, and it looks like the 28 of Zimmerman thinks that they're going, and so does the 35, and that just kind of stacks them all up. Yep, so there's Chris. Bam, bam, one right after another, and that turns the 99 around. So that was the incident one. And then if we fast forward a little bit here, we had a problem here with the number 15, so we're going to fast forward here. 3 wide coming up. Oh, there it is. Yep. Okay. So we're going to back that up a little bit. We'll play at full speed here. 43, 79, 31. They're all 3 wide. Contact coming out of turn number 2. 15, wrong place, wrong time. Takes them all out. Down to the inside of the racetrack. Lap 97 of 125 here. Back out under caution. These drivers know there's not a lot of time left, so they got to start making moves now. And trying to anticipate a restart, especially in these race cars, it's a big advantage if you can time it just right. Pace car lights are still on. I would imagine we're at least 2 to green right now. So it looks like we're going to be going back to green with about 25 laps to go here at Nashville. Go ahead and take a second here to shout out the sponsors. Top Hat Comics, the premier sponsor of the Super Late Model Series. You also have USAFirearms.com. Be sure to go check them out. ButtKicker.com. Check them out as well. Also check out Michael Falk Racing Designs on Facebook. And be sure to check out the league itself, Crooked Line Short Track Racing on Facebook. I believe actually there was another sponsor. Tanner told me he was brand new. I forgot to get the actual logo in the software this evening. But I think we have it somewhere. I'm not sure. Nope, it doesn't look like I have it. Ah, there we go. Also, we're going to shout out Maine Mobile Truck Service. We'll get the logo in for next week, but Maine Mobile Truck Service is green flag back out in the air. Good jump for Scotty Stevens. Jason Raymond's got to try and run him back down. It's about a 4/10 gap right now. Tanner Marr looking to the back bumper. Trying to take over that second position. Jeff Clifton, we talked to him a little bit earlier. Found his way up into 4th position. He's trying to get up there and win this thing. Let's go back a little bit further. My pick, Brad Carpenter. He was up there in the front of the field. Got trapped back a little bit. Trying to get around the 35 right now, Bradley Yo. He's sitting in P9 right now. Right in front of him is Kyle Odanik, and that number 21. Riding there in 8th position. Everybody kind of spread out right now as we had the single file restart. It's pretty much blanket over the top 4. Scotty Stevens, Jason Raymond, Tanner Martin, Jeff Clifton. Rounding out the top 5, who is catching up to the back of this pack, is the number 28 of Brian Zimmerman. Levi Allen is getting his hat in the ring here as well, sitting in 6th as he's catching up to the back of the number 28. Justin Rideout, we saw him into a couple of incidents. He's sitting in P7 right now, trying to run down this freight train of cars up the front. 23 laps to go here at Nashville. Scotty Stevens is still your race leader. Jason Raymond trying to run him down. It's a 3/10 gap from the 2 car to the 44. Tanner Marr doing everything he can. He's trying to run just a little bit different of a line than Raymond, trying to get as much speed as he can out of that number 4 car. Going down into turns 1 and 2, Raymond is so close to that number 2 car. He gets a great run through the center of the corner, but the number 2 seems to prevail coming off of the corner. Oh, as the number 5 goes around, we're going to be back under yellow flag here. Number 5 of Jeff Clifton. Jeff Clifton goes around. Oh, no, no. I gotta stop talking to people, ladies and gentlemen. That's all there is to it. Every time I either talk to somebody or my pick wrecks out. I think it's that broadcaster's curse that we've always been hearing about. We're riding on board here with the number 5 of Jeff Clifton. He was sitting P4 when this accident occurs. Going down into turns 3 and 4. Oh, man, the 28. The 28 getting into the left rear of the number 5. I mean, Clifton's running up the racetrack there. He's running his line. I mean, it looks like the 5 might come down, but there really wasn't a whole lot of room for the 28 to put his nose there. I don't know what driver's going to take blame on that one, and I honestly can't. Oh, wow. The number 5 gets T-boned by the number 21. That had to have killed his race car. We know that number 5 already took his fast repair this evening. So we are back under caution. 18 laps to go. 71's going to get one of his laps back as he passes the pace car right there. Now I'm wondering if the choose cone will be in effect. I tell you what, while we're under caution again real quick, let's go ahead and hear a word once again from one of our main sponsors here for Crooked Line, Butt Kicker.
We got big time problems.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
All right, we are back live once again here, ladies and gentlemen. 15 laps to go. When they take the green flag, it's going to be 14 laps to go. Scotty Stevens, still your race leader. He's going to be able to fire off whenever he wants to once the pace car is off of the racing surface. 14 laps to go when they take the green flag. Can Jason Raymond pull a win out here tonight and get around Scotty Stevens? Or can Scotty Stevens maintain a race lead? Great jump right there on the restart. We're going to see what happens. Going down into turns 1 and 2, Tanner Marr goes way up the racetrack. The number 28 is going to look to his inside. Going down the back straightaway, they're going to be side by side. Jason Raymond trying to run down race leader Scotty Stevens right now, but can't seem to make a move. He can't quite seem to get there. Big time wiggle for the number 28 of Brian Zimmerman coming off of turn 4. Looking to the inside of Tanner Marr. The 97 now trying to get his hat in the mix with the number 28. Caution flag back out on the speedway. Looks like the 71 involved in another one. Possibly. So my timing and scoring setting might have just been slowing down for the wreck. We're going to see what happens. Oh, okay. So that's an interesting one right there, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pause it. We're going to stop. So we saw the wiggle right there from the 71. He starts to slide up the racetrack just a little bit. Once he catches it, though, it seems like he maintains his line. And the 43 might have come down just a little bit, but from the angle we're looking at, that's what it looks like. The 71 might have moved a little bit as well. We saw him with that big wiggle, but it right reared the 71 and put him into the outside retaining wall. So the 71 just having major bad luck here tonight at Nashville. I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and pull Scotty Stevens up here. Driver of the number 2, Scotty Stevens at Sam in the booth. Do you got a copy?
What's up, buddy? I got you.
So, hey, not many laps to go. You've been maintaining this race lead. Are you nervous? Do you think Jason might be able to run you down? Tell me what's going through your mind right now.
Well, I think Brian Zimmerman's on fresh tires too. I know Jason Tanner's on fresh tires. I'm not taking tires all race. I think I still got plenty of speed. Just gonna come down to the restart. Make sure we get a good, clean restart. Get a little bit of gap, and I think I can maintain it for what we're gonna have about 8 laps when we go back green. 7, 8 laps.
Well, you're gonna have your work cut out for you. You got a bunch of hungry drivers behind you trying to go for a win. I wish you the best of luck, though. We're gonna keep an eye on you, obviously. Go and get yourself a win tonight, Scotty.
Appreciate it, Sam.
That was driver of the number 2, Scotty Stevens. Kind of pulling for him right now, I'm not going to lie. He just said he hasn't taken tires yet, holding off these guys with a little bit fresher tires than him. So he's having a pretty impressive run here tonight. Still not changing my pick, though. Anything can happen. I'm going with that 31 of Brad Carpenter. I like that lime green. I like lime green. Looks like he's got a Sara banner on the front of that car. Come on, Brad. We got to get you a top Hat Comics banner on there. Still love that lime green with that yellow 31. It's a great paint scheme. Real simple. Nine laps to go here, ladies and gentlemen, under caution. Probably going to be going choose right here. Choose cone in effect. Ooh, interesting calls. Interesting calls here. We're going to be going back green with 7 laps to go. Tanner Marr took the top side. Jason Raymond obviously taking that bottom lane. Some interesting calls that are being played here at Nashville. They're itching to go back racing. Going to be 7 laps to go. Pace car is going to duck on off. We're in the middle of 3 and 4. Scotty Stevens fires off. Green flag back in the air. 7 laps to go. Can he hold him off? He got a good jump as we just talked to him. He was hoping to get a good jump. Jason Raymond's not going to run him back down. It's about a 3/10 gap. Tanner Marr fighting back on the outside of the number 28. He's trying to maintain 3rd position. We heard that Brian Zimmerman is on fresh tires. He's got to make quick work of these 2 cars in front of him if he wants a chance to win us. 6 laps to go right now for the number 2 of Scotty Stevens. Jason Raymond running a little bit lower on the racetrack. He's going to get a great run through the center of the corner. Right there coming off turn number 4. Big wiggle by the number 2, though. It's going to allow Raymond to get a little bit closer. It's a 2/10 gap right now. 5 laps to go. 1 in the wall behind him. We stay green right now. We got to keep an eye on this battle up for the lead. It is getting tighter. It's getting closer. 4 laps to go here at Nashville. Caution flag is out on the speedway with 4 laps to go. It looks like the 38 might have been involved with this one. We're going to get a replay on it. Let's see what happens. Looks like the 43 goes to the inside of him here. Goes up the race. Oh, wow. That was, again, another interesting accident. Looks like the 43 got a great run. He got around the 38. Comes up the racetrack. Maybe wasn't sure if he was clear right there and pulled it down a little bit and got loose and came right back up and unfortunately took them both out. So big problems for the 43 right there. And we're back under caution. And now we're going to be under our first attempt at a green, white, checkered. We're going into short track overtime. Stick around. This is going to get wild. We see Tempest out in the chat. How you doing tonight, Tempest? Thank you for tuning in here on True Sim Productions. We greatly appreciate you coming out and watching these guys on a Monday night for the Top Hat Comics Super Late Model Series. You're just in time to catch a green, white, checkered overtime finish here for the Crooked Line Super Late Models. Scotty Stevens, we heard him earlier. He mentioned he's still on the same tires he started with. He's got to fight off a hard-charging Jason Raymond. Going to be 2 to green this time by, I believe. So once they come around this time, it will be choose cone. The most important choose of the evening. What does Jason Raymond do? He's been taking the bottom. Maybe he takes the top here and try and make a run. Stay right on the back bumper of that number 2 on the restart. Let's see what happens here if the pace car lights do go off. Pace car lights are off. No, Jason Raymond's taking the bottom. Tanner up top. Brian Zimmerman down to the bottom. Brad Carpenter's taking bottom. Then 3 cars taking the top. 2 cars taking the bottom. One to green. Crooked Line overtime here on True Sim Productions. The pace truck is off. Scotty Stevens has him. He fires off. Green flag. We're under overtime. 2 laps to go. Popsicle 6 in the air for the number 2. Tanner Marr's going to fight to the outside of the number 44. Oh, big wreck going down the back straightaway. We're going to be back under caution. Did Tanner Marr get past the 44 there? Timing and scoring is saying that Jason Raymond held him off. Let's see what happened there. I'm showing maybe the number 63 possibly involved with this one. So Chris Carroll looks like he gets on the apron just a little bit in front of him. Oh no, big problems for the 0-2 once again. I apologize for the black screen here, everybody. So we're going to go to the 0-2. We'll back that up. We'll get a chopper view on that. Coming out of the corner. Looks like the 0-2 was trying to diamond it a little bit. Came down as the 40 was probably pushing up just a little bit, trying to come off of the corner. They make contact, sends them around. More problems for the number 0-2 this evening. That's going to send us into overtime restart number 2. Scotty Stevens has to be sweating right now. He just wants that white flag to show. Once that white flag comes out, doesn't matter if they wreck. It's game over. He's just got to hold off the number 44, Jason Raymond, and the number 4, Tanner Marr. But also, don't count out that 28 of Brian Zimmerman. If he gets a good enough restart, he is on fresh tires. He might have something for these guys. Going to be going into overtime once again here at Nashville Fairgrounds for the Top Hat Comics Super Late Model Series. Question is will it be a single file restart or will they let them choose? I'm still not quite sure how they do the single file rule yet. We'll figure that out for next week. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The pace car lights are off. It is going to be a single file restart, so it's going to make it even harder for that number 44 to make a move. He's going to have to be on his game. I'd get right up on that back bumper. Scotty Stevens, he's got to do it one more time for 2 laps. He's going to fire him off once again. Overtime start number 2. Popsicle sticks back out in the air once again for Scotty Stevens in that number 2. He got a great restart, but the caution flag is going to fly once again. Not sure who was involved with this one. Showing me that the 91 might have had an issue. Focus on him. Oh, no, it was way up in front of him there. Looks like the 35 was involved. Let's see if we can find him here. 35 and the 71 again. So, I mean, they're not 3 wide. It looks like they're trying to be. But, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to fast forward it there. Here, we'll back it up. We'll back it up a little bit more on the restart here. All right, so we're going to play at full speed here. 35 comes off the corner. He comes down the racetrack a little bit. This turns in. 71, I mean, the 71's there. It does look like the 35 kind of turned down on him a little bit. Not sure. We're going to have to let race control figure that one out. And I know what Scotty Stevens is thinking right now. He's like, come on, guys. I just want to get this over with. Let me win this race. He has had to hold off these guys forever at this point. Overtime number 3 going to be happening now here on True Sim Productions. Thank you all for tuning in once again. Sticking it out here on a Monday night for the Top Hat Comics Super Late Model Series. Scotty Stevens looks like he might have a little bit of an electrical issue for that number 2. Hopefully that holds out. He only needs to have it hold out for 2 more laps. He's probably praying to that race car saying, please don't die on me right now. I need you. I'm trying to get a win here tonight. Single file restart once again. Scotty's going to hold him all the way up to the outside retaining wall to try and get the best restart he possibly can. He's going really early. Fires off. Jason Raymond actually got a pretty good restart. 2 laps to go. Here we go. One more time. Caution flag back out on the speedway. So let's see if we can see what happened here. We're going to ride with Chris Carroll. Oh, wow. The number 40 having some major issues, it looks like. Again, riding the wall. And that's on the restart. I'm not sure why I wouldn't cut it down the track a little bit more right there. Comes off the corner and just puts it in the outside wall. And Chris Carroll, again, unfortunate circumstances. Just getting in the wrong place at the wrong time twice for the number 99. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. No more overtime attempts here at Nashville. Scotty Stevens is going to be your race winner. Jason Raymond's going to be taking home second spot. Tanner Marr rounding out your top 3. Brian Zimmerman's going to finish 4th with Levi Allen rounding out the top 5. My pick managed to come home in 6th, though. 31 of Brad Carpenter. But Scotty Stevens on them older tires was able to hold off a hard-charging Jason Raymond to take home the win. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, checkered flag is out. Scotty Stevens, your race winner. Stick around. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we return, it's going to be post-race interviews. We watch the number 2 burn it down. Stick around, everybody.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
And we are back live, everybody. We're going to go ahead. I caught up to our 3rd place finisher, the number 4, Tanner Marr. Tanner, you got a copy?
Man, oh man, that's a long one, but I do.
Well, man, you managed to bring it home P3. Walk me through your race and how you felt about the end of that one.
Man, I'll be honest, Sam. You know that I'm the lead admin here, right? So from lap 60 on, I'm pretty much just seeing red, just asking why we're running over each other and stuff like that, you know. But overall, it was an enjoyable race. Had good speed on the long run. On the short run car, I was just a tick off, right? I was about a 3rd place car when it comes to short run speed. Qualified, I think, 3rd, finished 3rd, so, you know, can't never be mad about that. And got a 5 Kings, 1, 2, 3.
Do you think you would have had something for him if you were able to get a full green-white checkered there?
I think if I wasn't teammates with Jason and Scotty, I think we would have raced a little bit harder. But I mean, once we had that first green white checker attempt, I'm basically the gatekeeper for P3, right? I'm just holding the fort down basically at that point.
All right, man. Well, you still can't complain about a P3 finish. You had a great race overall. Who do you got to thank on that number 4?
Well, first off, before we even get to number 4, I got to thank you, True Sim Productions, for stepping up and doing the broadcast on such a short notice. So freaking excited to have y'all on board. Top Hat Comics for being the presenting sponsor of the series, USA Firearms, BAM Racing Videos, MF Race Designs for all your paint scheme needs, Maconi Setup Shop, thebudkicker.com, Raised Energy, Savage Edge. There's a laundry list. I'm sure I'm forgetting people right. FB Sim Racing Button Box. But other two's going to come up here from Five Kings, so hopefully they hit the sponsors right, because obviously I'm not very good at my job tonight.
All right, man. Well, we'll let you go ahead and get down and celebrate that third place finish, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, boss.
And that was driver the number 4, Tanner Marr, talking teammates there. So we know that maybe their team's not going to race each other too hard, but they're still going to race each other hard. But that being said, I'm now walking down a little bit further here, and I got the number 44, Jason Raymond, second place finisher. Jason Raymond, do you got a copy? I apologize. I moved the wrong person. Jason Raymond, driver the number 44, do you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Yeah, we picked the wrong person up on the radio there for a second. Almost talked to the race winner, but we got you. Second place finish tonight, and that number 44. Walk us through your race there. We know you started a little bit further back in the pack, had to work your way up to the field a couple of times. Do you think you would have had something for that number 2 had you had those extra couple of laps there?
I mean, beginning of the race, I am a very poor qualifier. I can never qualify. I don't know. I'm not good at it, man. I can't hot lap. So I always usually start mid-pack, actually, and just kind of patiently worked my way up through there. I got up to, I think I was running 3rd or something when I pit for tires and fuel. I knew when I pit, I didn't want to come back in. I knew I would have been good on fuel, so I did it early. So in case, I did wreck, I'd have time to come back. But at the end there, I know I definitely had some speed. I needed laps, definitely. Scotty just, with the restarts and everything, having the control, he'd jump out on me. I'd be able to reel him back in, but I mean, he's a teammate too, so I don't want to race him too hard and risk wrecking us. And then Tanner also wrecking the 5 Kings 1, 2, 3. So I'll take second. Congrats to Scotty on the win. I think it's only his 3rd ever win, so that's pretty cool to be a part of and be teammates with him and hear his reactions and talking about fuel and everything. He was pretty close there, so congrats to him, and I'm happy he didn't run out of fuel and he finished in 1st.
All right, man. Well, you said it. Your team got 1, 2, 3. You managed to bring home P2. Last thing you got to say, who you got to thank on that car?
Oh man, there's a ton of people. First off, I got to thank you and True Sim Productions coming on board and broadcasting basically last second. Really nice to have you on board. I know you guys do our Wednesday night stuff. I'm actually part of that on Wednesday nights. So it's pretty cool to be a part of that, and then have you guys on board for Monday and Tuesdays. Got to give a huge shout out to the presenting sponsor of Top Hat Comics in Lexington, North Carolina, for coming on board to support the series. Then I got to thank my parents and Michael Falk over at MF Racing Designs. Make sure to hit him up for any paint scheme. I mean, I'm sure you saw the commercial throughout the broadcast. Great guy. He'll work with you until it's perfect. He won't settle for mediocre. Got to thank all the guys over at 5 Kings Motorsports and buttkicker.com, USA Firearms, Maconi Setup Shop, Southern Signs of North Carolina, Raise Energy, BAM Racing Videos, and then I got a few personals. I got to thank Barn Package Shorts, Tile Chief Floor and Wall Coverings, and Mayhew Construction.
All right, man. Well, you mentioned you had a laundry list of sponsors, and Tanner was hoping that you'd hit on the ones that he didn't, so I think you got them. But we're going to let you go ahead and celebrate that second place finish, and not only that, but a 1, 2, 3 podium finish for your team. So get out there and celebrate, and we'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And that was driver the number 44, Jason Raymond. Now, I'm going back down. We're getting in victory lane. We accidentally pulled him up before, but now we're going to talk to the real race winner here. Scotty Stevens is number 2. It's Sam Baumgarten in the booth. You got a copy.
Hey, Sam, I got you.
Well, we talked to you there under the caution, and we asked if you had what it took to hold off those guys for a win tonight. Talk me through those last couple of green, white, checkered finishes, and if, Jason mentioned you were a little short on fuel.
Yeah, luckily we got some caution laps there toward the end of the race. I think I might have been a gallon or so short. All those yellows definitely helped out. I hate to see it. Would have loved to seen it go green. Battle for the win there, but sometimes you have these types of races. People just can't seem to control their either tempers or their vehicles. So unfortunately, it ended up under yellow, but glad we took home the checker.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, you were a little bit close on fuel there. That's what Jason was saying. So, yeah, I'm glad to see you were able to keep that number 2 out and take it home in victory lane. So, who do you got to shout out on that number 2 for a good win tonight?
First off, got to thank the teammates. They were back there behind me, kind of taking care of me. Any other people back there might have been overdriving the corner, trying to take home the checker flag for themselves. So a lot of respect for Jason and Tanner. Obviously, we've got to thank all the sponsors. MF Racing Designs. He painted this sweet-looking Mustang that just took the checker flag. Savage Edge Apparel, McConey Setup Shop, the Butt Kicker, FB Button Box, Raise Energy, Bam Racing Videos, USA Firearms, and Top Hat Comics for being the series sponsor here.
All right, man. Well, hey, go celebrate that win. And like I told Jason, go celebrate that team podium. And we'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
That was your race winner, driver of the number 2, Scotty Stevens. And that was a wild finish, as always, here on True Sim Productions. We like to keep it interesting around here. But, ladies and gentlemen, for our first broadcast, by myself, really, for the first broadcast on True Sim Productions, I think we did all right. We got through it. These guys managed to put on a good race. And unfortunately, we ended under caution. But Scotty Stevens was able to hold on to the win. And as Raymond said, that's his 3rd win. So congratulations to him. Your race results are on your screen right now. Be sure to check out the description of the video for all the sponsors and links you need. And go hit them up. Get all the stuff you need. We're going to see you again tomorrow night for the Tour Modified League from Crook and Line. And that's going to start at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time, so be there. We're going to go ahead and get a video out tonight for it and get it set up and ready to go. So we'll see you tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope you had fun tonight. I know I did. We'll see you next time.